Hey guys! Happy summer. It is in full swing and I am very excited to be doing my first live feed of the summer from New Jersey. What? That's crazy. So, hi, I'm going to give everybody a little chance to log on. Today we're going to be talking about I may be okay. Could you guys see me? If you can see me, please give me some thumbs ups. That's how I know that you are there and we are good. Okay, good. So the bad news is that out here, the signal isn't that good. I'd always be curious to know of my Jersey families what you guys use for Wi-Fi. Right now I'm using CenturyLink and I am so disappointed, words can't even begin to say. So don't mean to be like hating on some CenturyLink, but I'm just saying, well, good. Now people are here. I'm getting some thumbs up. Hi, Marnie. I'm so excited. Okay, Jules here. Now, if you guys have never been to a Twiniversity live feed, first of all, so what's up? First of all, I am Natalie Diaz. I am the founder of Twiniversity and the author of, hold on, I dropped it on the floor, of a little book called What to Do When You Are Having a Two. Look, everybody's coming on. Hi, guys. Happy, what day of the week is it? Because it's kind of weird, right? Because of 4th of July and stuff. It's just odd. It feels like a Monday, but it's not a Monday. I don't really know what it is. So here's what's going on. So I'm Natalie Diaz, founder of Twiniversity, author of What to Do When You're Having Two, chief bottle washer of this crazy thing. But we have the Mom Squad on with us. So know that there are people behind the curtain of Oz. So Jules on with us today, and I'm sure that more and more Mom Squad members will jump on. Like I said, I'm typically in our studio, aka my dining room in New York City. But today we are out here in beautiful New Jersey, and the twins and I get to spend the summer out here in a house that my family bought in the 70s, and we still come out here every summer. So it's like we turned from city mice to country mice. So I'm out here, and if you guys recognize this, this is where I was last summer, and it's where I'm going to be pretty much every summer till, forever. I have a new little piece of art behind me from our friends at gifts.com, and it's so funny because if you look at it, I was just telling Julie the other day, if you look at it, it has my name and my husband's name and then our anniversary date at the bottom, or truthfully, it was supposed to be our anniversary date, but in a classic Nat, hashtag classic Nat moment, I put the wrong anniversary date on it. So my husband knows all about it, and when he opened it up, I gave it to him and he's like, so? And I'm like, what, babe? Like, don't you like it? I loved it. And he's like, Nat, that's not our anniversary. So the moral of the story is that while classically there's always the jokes that the husbands forget anniversaries and stuff, in our case, it might be the wife. I'm only off by like a few days, so it's not that crazy. It's not like I was off by years, but yeah, my anniversary is May 8th, not May 2nd. And yeah, so that's the way that goes. So yeah, it's quite crazy, but it's really a great little thing. And we got so much to talk about today. So first of all, before we really get the party started, I want shout outs. So who are you and where are you from? Just tell me where you're from and what I want you guys to do. Don't put your kid's age yet, just put where you're from. If you haven't heard, we've started a mentor program, right? So we have a kind of like a mentor-mentee program. Julie could post the link to that. But if you just had kids and you are looking to get a little bit more guidance than our live feeds and need a little bit more hand holding, I am all for it. But check and see the people that are on this live feed with us today, connect with them. So if you find somebody from Atlanta, we have people from Charlottesville, Calvin, Vegas, Houston, or Houston. No, it's Houston. I'm only kidding. Carrie, of course, is from PA. But if you want to connect with another person, the live feeds are always a great opportunity because Twiniversity is about education, but it is hugely about community. I want you guys to connect with one another as much as possible. So this is your chance. Stephanie from Scotland. She's here, yes. Suzanne from Long Island, Heather from Buffalo. Everybody's jumping on. Hello, hello, hello. Connect with other people on our live feed today. I want you to make some friends. That's always a big thing with Twiniversity, of course. So we're going to start off there. Please find a little buddy of the conversation, and honestly, connect with a buddy if you can. We may have prizes for you and a buddy later, and we're going to have prizes today because we always have prizes. Not only do we have fantastic prizes from our friends at Love to Dream, but we do have, hold on, my daughter's texting me in car, that's great. We do also have prizes from us to you guys. Today we are talking all about napping, and this is all thanks to our friends at Love to Dream. If you do not know who Love to Dream is and you have children that are under 36 months, so you got quite some time, you definitely want to look them up and get to know them. Now, guys, I have some big news, like super level 10 big news. First big news, look who came out with me. What are you doing here, little buddy? Who is this? If you have watched many live feeds, you know who this little dude is. So who is this little dude? Tell me his name, and we have some big stuff to talk about today. Oh, by the way, clearly we're here to educate you, not just to have fun, although I love to have fun. If you have any specific questions about getting your twins to nap, shoot them over to us now. The way that this works is that I'm talking to you here in my little phone, but I have my laptop here, and actually you could see the light that I'm using too, right? So I have my laptop here. Julie shoots me over the questions, and then I will answer them live. Oliver, this is not Oliver. Who is this? Even my mom squad could participate. Yes, Laura! Fred is with us today, and he's in his Love to Dream Swaddler. So what's so awesome about the Love to Dream Swaddlers? This is the Swaddle Original. So this is the Swaddle Original? Swaddle Up. So this is the Swaddle Up. So the Swaddle Up, this is actually the light version, so it's not as heavy as the regular version. It's perfect for summer. But if you notice that Fred is swaddled arms up. Now, are you ready to have your minds blown? Guys, this is a big announcement. Oh my God! I'm so excited. We have another little addition to our family, because I was telling our friends over at Love to Dream, I'm like, guys, Fred is lonely. We always talk about, everybody knows Fred, right? We always talk about Fred, and it's kind of weird, to be very honest with you, that I only have one baby. I said, so if you want, you could send over another baby. And I didn't just want to go out and buy another baby because I want them to kind of look like twins. But look, do you see her little eyelashes? Shh, guys, my babies are here. Is it Greta? So that's the thing. We need a name for her. So please throw out some names that you think Fred's twin sister should have. Truthfully, I suppose Fred should have been in the gray. And then this one is, we are not going to name her today. We are accepting all names. So whatever name you think it should be, please let us know. But I am here with my little babies of the day, and Fred, I don't know if you're jealous. I don't know. See, look, if you were born at the same time, then you would have always just known her and you would have never been upset. Now I'm worried that there's going to be, they're going to be fighting, and they're going to be like, no, I want, fake mom all to ourselves. And are these really conversations that I'm having with two dolls? I'm having a moment and questioning my entire career path, but that's a whole other story. Franny is great. Frida is great. Throw out the names. I dig it. I super, super dig it. And I really do. I mean, could you see her lashes? She's so pretty. All right, so we got some names going on. I absolutely love this whole thing. They are going to be with me during the live feed. Maybe I could prop them up. Oh, could I do it? Could I do it? Let's see. Could you stay there? Yes, you could stay there. She loves that. You love it there? Welcome to your new home, baby. Let's see. Can I put Fred here? I'm going to rest Fred there. Fred, Be nice to your sister. So that is the big news of the day. And we're going to be telling you more about Love to Dream and where to find them and how to find them. And we are talking all about naps today. And of course, the reason why they are partnered with us today is because there are ideal sleep conditions. That's kind of the first thing that I want to talk about today. But another thing I'd like is, before we go even a little bit further, I would love for you to tell me how old your twinnies are. So that's the next thing. If you haven't connected with somebody geographically, maybe you could connect with somebody who has children that are a little bit older, a little bit younger, whatever you want. And going back to the mentor program, don't forget to join the mentor program. It is not only for mentees, right? So it's not only for you to receive support, but let's say your kids are even 8 months old and you're like, you know what? I've been there. I've done that with the newborns. I could totally give some guidance and some help to somebody who's still expecting. Please join as a mentor. You could join as both a mentee and a mentor. You do not have to join as one or the other. And we have mentors who have multiple mentees. So shoot it over. Rashina is the Twiniversity Mom Squad member who is spearheading the entire thing for us. And she is a Twiniversity student and I love her to bits and pieces. She also exclusively breastfed for a year, which I feel like we should have her face carved into Mount Rushmore, Mom Rushmore, I think, hashtag Mom Rushmore. It's going to be my new thing. I'm not saying that breastfeeding is the be all and end all, but I do know how challenging it is. And if you've ever breastfed, you know how challenging it is. So to do it exclusively for a year, I mean, I tip my imaginary hat to you and all of the other moms out there that have exclusively breastfed for so long. So are we ready to talk about naps? I know Julie's actually texting me independently. Wilma, Ethel, these are all big names. So we're not going to announce this today. I don't mean to get you excited, but I would like to digest this. Now, if you guys don't know, this is sad, but happy because clearly I'm fine. Everything's okay. But I never got to name my own kitties, right? So I had such a bad delivery and I had such a very bad pregnancy. And I don't know if you guys know the whole story of Twiniversities, of how kind of Twiniversity came to be or why. Truthfully, it's in the book. This is not a book that's all about nap. It is definitely a book all about tips. But I tell a little bit of the story. And if you guys have taken a Twiniversity class, I love that Julie's shooting me her own ideas. You know that that the stuff that's in here is fantastic. But in the Twiniversity class, like I said, we talk about kind of my birth experience, and I didn't get to name my own kids. I had HELLP syndrome and I had preeclampsia, and it certainly was not the most glamorous of pregnancies for me. But instead of crying over spilt milk, I decided to create a worldwide revolution. That is Twiniversity. I like to say worldwide revolution, right? So I love, because it's always cool to see where you guys are from, and of course we have our international families. I can't believe that this is what's happening. So I'm going to scratch the whole reconsidering my career choices as I dance with baby dolls. But thank you, Nicole, for the shout out on loving the book. How about this? If you have not read this book, if you would like to win one of these right at this moment, all you have to do is say, I want to win. Okay? I want to win a book. You have to specifically say, I want to win a book. We're going to give one of these away live right this very second. I would love, if you haven't read it yet, for you to read it. Also, let me know if you're expecting too. We're always curious to know how many of our expecting families are here today, so we know exactly the kind of tips that we are going to give. Tiffany already wants to win. Everybody wants to win. I would love for you to win one. Julie could put in the link too. We are just going to pick one winner today. Our book supply is actually getting, it's getting a little slim. The good news is that our book has been consistently selling out. I believe that as of today, we have sold nearly 30,000 copies worldwide. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Actually, it really is super, super crazy. So if you would like to win one, thank you so much. If you have already read it and you want to do a favor to me, I would love if you go over to Amazon and you could review it. That means a lot to me. Even if you don't give it 5 stars, I'm fine with it. but anytime, if you've taken a Twiniversity class or if you've read the book, I would love any reviews. I think that people, I'm sure that you're the same way, that you go based on reviews, and if you see that something has, 900 reviews versus something that has 2, we tend towards to lean to the things that have the 900 reviews. So please go to anything, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, it's everywhere, my book. So any website that you could go to, please go and review it. I really, really would love it. So are we ready to begin our official live feed 45 minutes into it, right? I feel like we've been on all day already. So let's talk about ideal sleep conditions before we get to the specific questions, which Julie is already starting to shoot me over. So there are ideal sleep conditions. Now this doesn't go just for naps. This actually goes for naps as well as nighttime sleep, and you should have consistency. So however the babies are sleeping at night, preferably they should start sleeping during the day. If you have a sleep routine, I would love for you to know and just say, we have a routine, and just throw it out there. Amber, congratulations. Everybody say congratulations, Amber. You won the book. Julie's going to send you a little message. Congratulations, Amber. And I hope you enjoy the read. And the good news is that I don't go anywhere. How many of you know authors that are like on every week to answer questions? I don't know many authors like that, but I am here. I'm so excited. Oh no, Megan, your phone is dying. Yes, you could watch it later. The live feeds always stay live. All right, so back to ideal sleep conditions. Number 1, are you ready? Dark room. Ideally, your kid should be sleeping in a dark room with no night lights, no lights whatsoever. So if they have a window in their room, which they probably do, you should put some kind of blackout shades over their windows. Now, you don't have to go and spend, $1 billion on creating, custom made blinds from blinds.com or whatever. Just, you could either you could go get some dark blackout shades that Julie's going to put a link to, or you could even go to Home Depot, buy yourself some black lawn bags and duct tape it up. But you should have, ideally, the room should be in total darkness. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, there should be, my hair's driving me crazy today. How do you like my haircut, by the way? I cut it all off. Did you guys even notice? It's crazy. So number 2, the room should be an ideal temperature. Between 68 and 72 degrees is what your kid's room should be. If it is too cold, you should get a heater. If it is too warm, you should get a cooler. The fan that we use in our house is, it's the Dyson, I think it's called the Jetstream, where it does cooling and heating, but I've been using it for years because it's bladeless, and thank you, Jennifer. And I just prefer that it doesn't have blades because I was always worried about the kitties sticking their hands in fans for fun, and I don't want to worry about that. So Dyson is really great. So I would do that. Now the next one and also for the temperature, don't be hesitant to put the air conditioner on in the winter. If you have a window air conditioner, just make sure that you keep some kind of consistency with temperature. So the next thing you should have is white noise. There should be some kind of white noise. Now the white noise could be that air conditioner we were speaking of. The white noise could also be, a humidifier in the wintertime. And by the way, Vicks makes a fantastic cool mist humidifier, and you should look for a cool mist humidifier. And just a side note, when you're buying humidifiers, buy the extra filters. So if you have a humidifier that has the extra, if it has filters that have to be changed, don't wait to buy them. Just get yourself the filters now and buy yourself a dozen of them. Set a timer in your phone that you have to change the filter. But same thing that goes for the air conditioner. If you have to change the air conditioning filter, whether it's in central AC in your home or whether it's a window unit, make sure that you are always, always, always doing something. Hey, Carolina's here. Wow, I'm honored that you have joined us. Please, if you have any sleep tips, jump in and introduce yourself to the family, give links, whatever you'd like to do. That's exciting. I'm happy that you're here. So she'll tell you, we'll talk about her in a second if she hangs on with us. So dark room, white noise, cool temperature, any kind of white noise is fine. You could get a white noise machine. You could do anything from Cloud B. You have the humidifier, the air conditioner, like I said. And then, of course, it's all going to tie together right now. Ideally, they will be swaddled in the beginning. So when they are tiny, you do need to make sure that they have some kind of swaddle. I found that my twins found it unbelievably comfortable. I know that the majority of your twins are finding it unbelievably comfortable. So yes, yeah, I'm absolutely. So Carolina is a sleep professional and she's with us today. So I'm excited, and we still have to have coffee. Don't think I forgot about you, but I'm here now. So yeah, air purifier, another great idea. Now with the air purifier, please make sure that you are cleaning these things. I love that everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, we have this, we have that. Even like Brita, like everybody's like, oh, I use a Brita, you know, water filter. Yeah, are you changing the actual water filter? That's a side note. So Love to Dream is our preferred swaddle at Twiniversity. I found them, whew, I don't even know how long ago I found them, but here's why I think that they're so remarkable. So, you know, traditional swaddles have babies that are swaddled like this, and then they swaddle them up. And if you look, they have a little sleep sack at the bottom. But what's interesting about Love to Dream is that the babies are swaddled up. So this is called a swaddle up. The benefit of this is A, the babies could chew on their little paws whenever they'd like to, right? Fred loves it. Fred loves to chew on his little paws. The other thing is look, let's say your babies always sleep back to sleep, right? Back to sleep. Let's say the babies roll over in the middle of the night. What's extraordinary about the Love to Dream swaddle, and I know this seems a little bit awkward, but what it does is your baby has the availability to push his little paws down to lift his head up. If the baby was swaddled this way and the baby rolled over, it's going to be a lot more challenging to get back or to even lift his face up. So this way, with a Love to Dream swaddle, the babies could push themselves up and they could breathe, they could move their head, everything would be good. I found them also, they work a lot with one of my favorite nonprofit organizations called First Candle. First Candle is a nonprofit organization that deals entirely with issues of SIDS. So when I know, like if you look, when you get your Love to Dream swaddle, it comes with this little book, and the little book is actually co-branded, not only with Love to Dream, but with First Candle as well. And if you are not sure that your baby is sleeping in the safest conditions, this little booklet is going to give you all of the information. So what this says is, in addition to the ideal sleep conditions, we want to make sure that they are sleeping in their bed or their crib, that they are sleeping back to sleep on a JPMA certified crib. And if you guys are not familiar with the JPMA, Julie, please throw a link to the JPMA so our families could know. So the JPMA is the Juvenile Products Manufacturers Association, and they have a very stringent set of tests for baby products within the industry. And if they pass the test, they get JPMA certified. So that little seal means a lot more than just the regular certification that our government does. It's an additional layer of security in knowing that you are choosing the best products for your babies. So JPMA certified crib. Another thing is they have to be sleeping on a firm mattress. They cannot be on like a pillow bed or even, you know, like a Tempur-Pedic. It has to be a very like firm, rigid mattress. And if you are going to get the mattress that has the dual sides, make sure that your baby is sleeping on the correct side, not the toddler side until it's time, but sleeping on that firm side. No loose blankets, no pillows, no stuffed animals, nothing in their crib. I will say though, the American Board of Pediatrics says that your kids should be sleeping independently without their other twin. I will definitely say, oh, Love to Dream is here with us. I love co-bedding twinnies, and we are one of the only countries that advises against it. If you look at other rules throughout other countries, and our international families will know, it's usually recommended that your babies will sleep together when they are twins. So make sure there's nothing in the crib. The next thing is no, this is a big one, okay? A big one, guys. You have to make sure that there are no cords near the kids. Now, everybody usually watches for window blinds, right? So you're like, oh yeah, of course, we're not gonna have any window blinds near the babies. But a lot of people forget, what about cameras? What about if you put up a Wi-Fi camera, it still has a power cord? Is that power cord near the baby's rooms? Please make sure. Yes, I just read something about the twins sleeping together. So thank you so much for adding in little bits and pieces. But make sure that there are no cords by the baby's room, like by the baby's crib. Also, the cribs, if you have two cribs in the room and they are not co-bedded, they should be a minimum of 3 feet apart. we have had really, really, really horrible stories of babies trying to go from one crib to the next, and instead of actually successfully making it into one crib to the next, they've fallen in the center and then got their head caught. So please make sure that the cribs are 3 feet apart from each other. And then also please be sure that nobody is smoking in your home. That's another big one. And that their room should always be very well ventilated. So a ceiling fan or a window that's open, or the air conditioner, humidifier, or whatever that we were saying. See, but Jessica, you know what's funny is that you're saying that it baffles you and have never worked with your boys. There is not a one size fits all with any family. So I never want somebody to think like, this is what we should be doing. You know what you should be doing? You should be doing what feels right and what's best for your family. That's what you should be doing. So we're going to give you a variety of different things about napping today. But of course, we are going to tell you, I'm going to tell you that I have envy for you guys, because I would have loved these for my own twins. Fred has absolutely loved this. So they have the Swaddle Up Original. They have the Swaddle Up Organic. If you're very conscious about organic materials, they do have one. And then they have the Swaddle Up Light, which is a lighter weight material. And then once your babies kind of conquer the Swaddle Up, then they go, Carolina mentioned it before, but if you could see our mystery baby, yes, Carolina, we did mention the blackout curtains. So the mystery baby, that doesn't have a name, is actually wearing the Swaddle Up 50-50. So this is the traditional Swaddle Up, but when it's time for the baby to start like kind of transitioning to the next step, it has a little zipper here so that you could get them used to having their paws out. So their paws could come out, but they're still going to have that security of having that kind of like the, they're just going to have the security of having this nice material around their core, which is going to make them feel a lot safer. You are so super sweet. I love our new little baby. So we have this, and then of course there's the stage 3, which is the Invent a Sleep bag. And the Invent a Sleep bag is just a larger one of these. And I am sure that you guys know by now that parents of twins tend to use sleep sacks for longer periods of time, because when they are in it, it's harder for the babies to get their leg up to put it over the side of the crib to be liberated, is all that I have to say. All right, so let us get to our questions, shall we? Let's do this today. And for our families that love to dream, and even Catalina, if you have anything to add to this conversation, you know that I get very excited and would love to have you be a part of it. So I am going to grab my laptop with my favorite painting of all time. And let's see what Jewel says. So Julie says, I am having fraternal twins in November. What do you suggest about getting the twins to sleep around the same time? So Brooke, first of all, congratulations. If everybody could just say congratulations to Brooke. Congratulations to you and your little babies. So if you are trying to get your twins to sleep at the same time, it is a good idea to just start out by having a routine. When they are first born, and now Carolina, I know she's on, so she may disagree with me about this, but I wouldn't focus so much as a nap schedule or a sleep schedule. I would focus a tiny bit more on the feeding schedule. So when they come home from the hospital, they will already be on a feeding schedule of whatever the hospital has set. So let's just say every 3 hours, they were feeding the babies in the nursery or the NICU every 3 hours, 24 hours a day. You continue doing that if that's what your pediatrician says to do. So you go from the top of the hour to the top of the hour, every 3 hours, 24 hours a day, you are going to feed these babies. That is number one. You will notice that newborns sleep a lot. And a newborn, so from newborns to 4 months old, they sleep about 3 to 5 naps a day, between 7 to 9 hours total of sleep time. So it's a lot. So focus on the feeding. They might sleep in the middle, they might sleep, right after the feed, but focus on the feedings in the beginning and the sleep will fall into place. So we're gonna focus on that feeding, like I said, in the beginning. Create your ideal sleep conditions. Why am I doing so much with my hands today? So create your ideal sleep conditions, and then when you're like, okay, we got the feedings down, life is good, start getting them used to falling asleep in their bed. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, I barely put Fred down. I hold Fred all day long. I love to be with Fred. And now his strange little twin sister that we don't know her name, I kind of want to call her Wilma, I really do. But what happens is that we get used to holding them and they get used to falling asleep in our arms, which is not a big deal. And I know that I could say, you should put your twins drowsy but awake in their cribs, drowsy but awake. Of course I'm going to say that. But are you going to do that? Not everybody has the fortitude to be able to do that, because let's say even if you waited a really long time to have these babies, you may not be so quick to put them in their crib. You may be like, oh, my babies. And when you feed them, they smell so good and they fall asleep and everything is just so wonderful. It may be really tough to be like, okay, let's put them in drowsy but awake. It's almost impossible. So just get them used to the feeding schedule, then start to create a little bit of a sleep routine. Now, what is a sleep routine? A sleep routine is maybe you have some quiet time before you put them in for their nap. Maybe you read them a little story. I definitely think quiet time is something that you should be doing. Maybe you give them a certain pacifier, especially once they get older and they kind of can tell one pacifier from the next. Hold on one second. Hi, I'm happy that you're home. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Nope, you're not having that. Talk to ML. She has lunch for you, okay? All right, love ya. Twinnies are home from camp. Oh my God, my babies. But yeah, my best friend is here and she will feed them today. That's also the best thing. So yeah, get them used to the feeding routine, introduce kind of a nap ritual or nap routine. The quiet time is a big one, especially if you always have a radio playing in your house or have, the television on or something. Turn it off or lower it a little bit and then get them, let them know that, okay, lights out is coming. You could put them in their room. You could sing them a song. I always played a song from this one CD. The CD was called Music for Aardvarks. It's so funny. And the song was called Taxi. It's hilarious because I was Googling it the other day to see if I could find this song because I wanted to play it for myself. But that was our sleep routine, is that we would play the song and then the twinnies would know, okay, the next thing that's going to come is nap time. So get them used to having a little bit of quiet. And then once they get bigger, then you may actually just want to replace nap time with quiet time, but that is further down the line. All right, we're getting a bazillion questions. So how do you get them to sleep in the same room? That was my first answer, was just start off with the feeding and then put them in at the same time, feed them at the same time, try to get them on the same schedule as quickly as possible. Then our next question, Shannon says, my 6-year-old twins still take 30-minute cat naps randomly throughout the day. How do I get them to transition to 2 or 3 longer naps? All right, this is a good one. I love this question. So Shannon, what you have to do is you have to just do it. Create that nap time ritual, create that nap time routine, whether it's you give them a bottle, you have a little reading time, you put them in their swaddles. They're 6 months old, not 6 years yet. Thank you, Julie, for the correction. In my head, they're 6 months. If I said 6 years, my apologies. But get them used to having a little bit of routine and then putting them in their cribs, drowsy but awake. You know what's interesting? I'd be curious to know how they were sleeping through the night and how much they were sleeping. Because at 6 months, they should be doing 2 to 3 naps, and they should be sleeping for 4 to 5 hours of nap time. So how many hours are their 30-minute cat naps adding up? But are there cat naps in their crib? Or are there cat naps in a bouncy chair? Are there cat naps in a swing? Are there cat naps in a stroller? Where exactly are that cat naps? Now, this is the funny thing, right? So we have this live feed where I come on to answer questions for you. And then instead of actually answering the question, I just throw 100,000 questions back at you. And I have no choice, so I apologize. So if you're going to ask a question, try to be as specific as possible so then I don't have to wait for you to answer again and I could just answer it. But yeah, it's funny because if they're sleeping in their cribs, and they're sleeping 30 minutes, how long are you waiting before you go and liberate them? Are you waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Are they getting up and making noises? Were they really asleep? They need to get to that 45-minute mark in order to have really good quality sleep. So it's funny because if they're sleeping 30 minutes, then they're not meeting that. So that's not even really a cat nap. I know for adults, like they say, we need 20 minutes. I know for babies and infants and toddlers, they do need a little bit longer to get that REM sleep. So with 30 minutes, that's not really even a nap. I would try to keep them in longer. And a way to get that is to start establishing a routine, Shannon. So we give them their bottle, we give them a little solids because they're 6 months old, right? So depending on, what you're giving them, give them a little bit of lunch, give them a little bit of playtime. What time are they going down? They should be going down around. And by the way, if you're like, oh my God, I need to know these things exactly. In our book, we have a whole section called sleep. It's called Schedule plus Sanity equals sleep. So if anybody has the book, if you go to page 181, it'll give you the exact timing of things. Like, okay, at 9 o'clock, you should be going down for a nap and such. So grab that book. Julie could put the link up again. My hair is driving me crazy. I apologize. I keep touching it. But put them in at 9 o'clock. If they get up at the 30 minutes, keep them in there a little bit longer and see how long it takes them to really freak out. And you may have to do something that's like a little bit of sleep coaching to get them to sleep. So either you could stay in the room with them while they fall back asleep, or you could actually start officially sleep coaching. You by either A, doing the gradual extinction, going in a little at a time, or just permanent extinction, shut the door, let them cry, see how long they cry, but keep them in there for a heck of a lot longer than the 30 minutes because it's really not good quality sleep. So if I were you today, what I would do is for the next nap, already quiet time right before it, keep a lookout for the signs that they're getting sleepy. So if you see them yawn, sometimes it's almost a little bit too late. You have to look for when they're like dazing off into the sunset. And sometimes they even do a little slow blink. That's the time that you should put them in their crib because they are definitely drowsy, and be like, hey guys, I love you. Peace out. Mommy loves you. Dark room, white noise, cool temperature, swaddle, boom. The stage is set for them to sleep well. So that is what I would do, is start winding down, put them in, and then I don't really think that 30 minutes is a nap. So Catalina, if you're on, if you want to contradict what I'm saying, feel free. I'll never get upset. All right, now the next thing is Crystal says, my twins are 6 months old. Any tips on transitioning them from the rock and place to the crib? They move a lot. That's a long time to leave them in that rock and play. That's pretty amazing that they tolerated that the whole time. One thing that you could do is, because the rock and play is on an incline, you may actually want to modify the cribs a tiny bit to put the cribs on an incline. You could buy wedges and all this other jazz, but what you could also do is, I don't have any here with me, but Harry Potter #4, I think it is, the blue one, I used to put at the head of my twins' crib to put it on an incline, so you could put some books underneath the crib, not of course under the sheets, but literally under the crib to put it on an incline. So that is something that I would do if you're transitioning them from a rock and play. And if you guys don't know what the rock and play, Jewel, could you just put a link over to the rock and play so people can see what we're talking about for our expectant moms? So rock and plays are pretty great in the beginning because of this incline. So I would try to get the crib to mimic that as much as possible. Also, they got so used to sleeping apart from one another. Perhaps I would just continue doing that. I wouldn't even attempt to put them in the same crib if they have some nice sleep routines already going. So that is something that I would do. Another thing that I would do is, before you transition them into the crib, whatever sleep routine that you are going to kind of institute in your home, start instituting it while they are in their rock and play. So if they're going to sleep in a different room than they had been sleeping, move the rock and plays into the room that they are going to be sleeping, and then have the stage set there. So white noise, dark room, cool temperature, swaddle, blah, 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 everything that we are saying. Once that's done and they kind of got used to the room and they got used to the environment, then transition them into the crib, get them used to, I love that she's agreeing with me. It makes me feel so validated. So what happens is get them used to that situation, move them into the crib. They'll already be somewhat acclimated to to the place that they're sleeping, and hopefully it'll be an easier transition. But there's not much that you could do other than move them from one place to the next. It's not like the rock and plays could, be modified in any way to make it more crib-like. So that is something that I would do for that. I hope that answered that question. So now Jennifer says, my guys are toddlers and I'm thinking about the transition to a toddler bed. Oh, Jennifer, you are so brave. How old are they, Jennifer? And why are you transitioning them? I'm always curious. So like, what's the big motivation? Are you having more babies where you have to evict them from their cribs and then move them into the toddler bed? Because at toddlers, they still should be, I think the kids should just stay in the crib for as long as possible. Did you take the side off of their crib yet? Are they literally just in a regular crib? Do you have a crib that can convert into a toddler bed? What are your thoughts on that? Tell me. Hi, Raja. Tell us your thoughts on like where you're going with this, why you're doing it, how do you know that this is going to happen? So no, the biggest tip that I could tell you with toddler beds is, Julie, you know what's crazy, Jewel? Could you find that link that I have? It was me and Weiss Bluth, and we were talking about transitioning to a toddler bed. It's over on YouTube. If you could throw that on. Like before Twiniversity even existed, I met Mark Weiss Bluth at like a little seminar, and he was talking about twin sleep, and I was still with the Manhattan Twins Club. It was great, but we were specifically talking about transitioning to a toddler bed, so we could link that up immediately and you guys could see what we're talking about. Wait, Jewel, shouldn't we have something? Guys, I think it's time. We have prize time, prize time. Julie, what should be our first prize that we are giving away? I am hoping that we are going to give away a set of the 50/50s. And then we're going to talk about more transitioning to toddler beds. But I feel like, oh my gosh, we haven't had a prize time in forever. So yes, if you want prize time, just say prize time. That's pretty great. Thank you, Monica, for participating in the prize time shout, Marnie. Yes, yes, yes. So 50/50s are what we're going to give away. We're going to give you a set of 50/50s. And by the way, they do come in different sizes. So the 50/50s come into different sizes. This is the medium, 13 to 18 pounds. So it goes from 0 to 3 months, which is 6.5 to 13 pounds, 3 to 6 months, which is 13 to 18 pounds, and 6 months and up, which is 18 to 24 pounds. If you would like to win a set of these swaddle ups for your twinnies at home, all you have to say is, I love to dream. That is it. It's so simple. I love to dream. And feel free to click over to Love to Dream. Don't click over, just link them in there, do the little @ symbol, Love to Dream. It'll pop up, click them on, and let them know that you love them. I know that they're here with us today, and I love, they're such big supporters of Twiniversity, and we are equally as big supporters of them. But just say, I love to dream, and Julie is going to pick a random winner. It is literally random, as you could probably tell. And you guys will win a set of the Love to Dream 50/50s, which the big, oh my God, that was Fred that just fell to the ground. And my book, all hell is breaking loose. So the 50/50s have the little zippered arms that come off so that you could get them used to from being in a full swaddle and transition them into going to the next thing. So now, thank you. Now we have prize time, because I know Jewel is going to say that I'm not giving away enough prizes. We have a lot of prizes too. So look, oh, Catalina's jumping in. She loves to dream too. Yeah, who doesn't want the freaking swaddlers? They're absolutely extraordinary. And they feel great too. And another thing, I don't know if Love to Dream knows this, but whenever we get a product, especially that's clothing, like we did this with our stuff at Magnificent Baby, we've done this with other blankets that we've had from other companies, I wash them a few dozen times before we do anything. So I like to see how things hold up. Are they going to shrink? Are they going to stretch? Are they never going to be the same like they were in the box? I wash them in hot water, cold water. I wash them with towels. I wash them with rugs. I wash them with everything to make sure that they are going to last, because I am very, very, very neurotically conscious about the recommendations that I make to you guys. If you haven't noticed that, we don't work with 27,000 companies specifically because I don't have time to do all of that homework and all of that research on those companies. So when we do work with a company, they get put through the paces before they ever come out of this mouth. I just want you to know that. Okay, so know that I promise you, you are in great hands with these swaddles. So I'm glad that we have a winner. Now, going back to transitioning to a toddler bed, when should this be done? Hey, Rachel, congratulations. Everybody say congratulations, Rachel, because I like when we're a family that supports each other. So congratulations, Rachel. Thumbs up, hearts, all that good stuff. I love that we have a winner. So what I was saying about the transitioning to a toddler bed is So now for my expecting families, okay? So my expecting families that are with us now, if you have taken a Twiniversity classes, which hint, Julie throwing a link to our Twiniversity class, we discuss at length about the gear that you should buy. And when we talk at Twiniversity, I always recommend that people buy just like the basic cribs, like a simple crib. My favorite crib that I love, which is a JPMA certified crib, is the Delta Capri crib. Hold on, I'm dropping my book. I'm picking it up with my feet. The Delta Capri crib is one of my favorites. It is a very low price point. It is aesthetically beautiful, and it is gender neutral, and will fit in any kind of design you want, whether you want like a farmhouse theme, or whether you want a baseball theme, or whether you want, whatever, woodland animals. Doesn't matter. This crib will fit in that. So that's one of the ones I always recommend at Twiniversity. But clearly, you have to go by what you think is beautiful. But why I like it is it's a very basic crib, and you save money because then when it's time to transition them to toddler beds, if you give the power to the twinnies, and you're like, hey guys, listen, you're big boys, you're big girls, you're big twins now. What do you want to do? How do you want to sleep? Do you want an Elmo bed? Do you want a Bubble Guppies bed? Do you want a Paw Patrol bed? Do you want a Batman bed? Do you want a race car bed? Step 2 makes some fantastic toddler beds. Take a look at those, especially the Thomas one, rocks my world. If you give them the say and say what kind of bed they want to sleep in, you will have an easier transition from crib to bed, because instead of just taking the side of a crib and saying, you're a big kid now, just go to sleep, everything is going to be okay. If they got to choose the bed that they were sleeping in and the sheets that they were sleeping on, it's going to be an easier transition. So that's how I would transition the babies from cribs to toddler beds. But I would really wait until the last minute. And how do we know when it's time? When they're getting out as easy as you are putting them in, it is time to transition them. If you can't go any lower, like let's say the crib has settings where it goes from high and lower, you want to make sure that once it's on the lowest setting, they really should not be able to get out of that. But if they are getting out of that on a regular basis, yeah, you definitely have to consider that. So yes, I love it. I love it. Let's go to our next question. Do we want to give away another prize, guys? Because I see that we're already at 46 minutes in, and we have 47 minutes in. We have so many more prizes that I want to give away. Now remember, at the beginning of this feed, I told you to find a buddy. If you have not found a buddy, find a buddy now. That's all I'm saying to you. So message that buddy. You could link to that buddy. You could write their name in. But find somebody that's your buddy. Okay? Thumbs up if you found a buddy. Heart if you found a buddy. And because this prize time comes with a buddy. You and the buddy will be winning a prize. Because, right, that's what I said. Twiniversity is about community. I want us to win as a community. You do not have to both be expecting. You do not have to both have toddlers. You do not have to both live in Houston. Find yourself a Twiniversity buddy right now, and then we're coming back. Matt is on with us. What? It is like a freaking party today. Who knew that we were going to have so many people? I knew you guys would be hanging out with us. So find yourself a buddy. Not everybody could pick Matt. If you guys want to pick me as a buddy, I don't mind having a prize. You guys could pick Julie too. If you don't really want to make friends, if you're the shy type. I love it. Please, if you don't have a buddy, say, I need a buddy, and then you guys will buddy up. So get yourself a buddy, and we're coming back to prize time in 2 seconds. Find yourself a buddy while I answer the next question, okay? All right, Tasha says, any tips, please? My boys are nearly 3 and still wake for 2 to 3 bottles of milk throughout the night. I've tried leaving them to cry, substituting for water, but nothing works. Tasha, God bless you. That is tough that your kids are 3 and they're still not sleeping through the night. So, oh my gosh. My heart breaks for you because I know sleep deprivation is no joke. Tasha, how much are they drinking during the day? What has their pediatrician said about them getting these bottles at night? Does the pediatrician say, yeah, give them the bottles, they still need to grow? Because you should never start weaning babies off bottles or taking bottles away. By the way, why are they still on bottles? at almost 3 years old? That's a whole other question that I have. But this is a question that I would first speak to your pediatrician, because I do not know how little they were when they were born. I don't know how many months they were when they were born. I don't know how much time they spent in the NICU. I don't know if they have feeding issues. I don't know if they're getting full feeds during the day. So you see how all of these things could combine into perhaps them needing the 2 or 3 bottles at night. But I don't actually think that they're getting up to eat. I think that they're getting up to see you. Because if you've moved them from the milk to the water and they're still waking up. Also, what diaper are you using? Big one. If you are not, you have to consider strongly using the Pampers Baby Dry, or they're going to be too big for swaddlers, but the Pampers Baby Dry gives you 12 hours of overnight protection. It's really important, because sometimes if the babies are waking up because they're uncomfortable and you're getting up and giving them a bottle and changing them, are their diapers full, that's something else that you need to really take into consideration. But if they don't need the bottle and they don't need the fluid and they're still getting up, figure out what you are doing. Is there an alarm that's going off in the house? Is your husband getting up for work? Or maybe your wife is getting up to work. Maybe the neighbors are getting up to work and they could hear the alarm through the walls. Is there something happening? Is it happening at the same time each night? Are they in the same crib? I'm doing it again, guys. Did you see that I'm doing it? Where I answer a question with a question, because I want to know more so then I can help Tasha out. Tasha, if you're there and you could answer some more questions to Julie, I would love that. But if they're getting up, figure out why they're getting up. If they don't have a reason, speak to your doctor about if they still need to get up. And I would actually either consult with a sleep specialist or I would speak to your doctor. But if everything is going according to plan, then I would just do whatever you do, that sleep routine. I would create a sleep routine for naps. I would create a sleep routine for night. I would have the stage set with ideal sleep conditions, as we were talking about earlier in this feed. And if you didn't get to watch, go back and watch that. But if everything is okay, I kind of want to say I would let them cry. I know that may sound super evil of me, but I'm not like sitting here with my cat going, let them cry. I'm just saying that you have to sleep. It is imperative that you sleep. And you are going to teach your babies how to eat correctly. You're going to teach your babies how to read when it's time. You're going to teach your babies good hygiene habits when it's time. You have to sometimes teach them how to sleep. You have to say, listen, I can't comfort you 1,000 times. This is what's going to happen. So you may want to go to some Twiniversity articles on getting your kids to sleep through the night. But like I said, it's not, yes, Kelly, I will be your buddy. It will not be as easy to sleep train if you are absolutely exhausted, right? So chuck that. Julie, if you could throw up just a link on sleep. Also, guys, did you see our new website? I want to invite you all back tomorrow to a little behind the scenes tour of the Twiniversity website, which will be at 11 a.m. with Julie and I. If you are going to be there tomorrow, show me some hearts. I want to know that you will be there and say, I will be there. But tomorrow at 11 a.m., we're going to do a little behind the scenes tour. I'd love to dream, Matt, Catalina, everybody that's on, all join us tomorrow because we're so excited. It's like I had another baby and this baby is awesome. Not that my first 2 weren't awesome, and not that Fred and perhaps Ginger or Wilmer or whatever her name is isn't awesome. But come by tomorrow at 11 and I want to show you everything that our new website has to offer. So I was talking about other things. Oh, our prizes. Prize time, prize time. Say it's prize time if you want some prize time. We're talking about sleep. And because we're tired and we need to rest. I don't know if you like coffee, a fancy tea, a hot chocolate, but you and your buddy are going to be picked and you will each be getting a $10 Starbucks or Dunkin' gift card of your choice. So you just got to say, do you want Starbucks? Do you want Dunkin'? Because I know Starbucks people are Starbucks people and Dunkin' people are Dunkin' people, but we're going to give you a little wake me up for something that is just for you guys. So you and your buddy are going to win. Put you and your buddy's name and just say, we are tired. Say, we are tired, and with your buddy's name, Julie is going to pick a winner. Julie, I hope this works. I know Julie didn't plan for this, and she's probably cursing at me under her breath, saying, Nat, what are you doing? But I want to give this a go. I want to do more kind of community prizes and co-op prizes. It makes me that's what I want to do. So Jewel, that's what we're doing. So put in your person's name, put in, what you want, that you're tired, and we will pick one winner. And when we pick the winner, her partner or his partner is going to get bunched up together. I absolutely love that we are doing this together. Okay, guys, that's our prize. We got another question, and then we will do one more prize. Okay, Tanya says, we'll be going on vacation in a couple of weeks after sleep training my 4-month-olds. Not sure if we'll be able to keep them on the same schedule while away, and of course, they won't sleep in the same place while away, and of course they won't, of course, yes. Should I wait to train? If so, will I wait to train? They're 4 months old. Yes, Tanya, I may wait to train. Also, you didn't say if you were changing time zones, right? That's a big question. I'm hitting my elbow on my drawer here. So are you changing time zones? Because if you sleep train and then change time zones, of course, that's going to be an issue as well. You guys are the best, by the way. Side note, Tanya, I'm getting back to you in a second. I just want to say that I love how nicely we play together in our own little Twiniversity sandbox. And I love, love, love that you guys are partnering with each other. And I hope to God that you make friends that last forever. I have some wonderful twin mom friends that I met when my twins were expecting. I have friends that, I don't know if I don't think Rebecca would be on, but I have friends that I made in the NICU that were the twins next to us in the NICU that I still consider them to be a part of my big life story to this day. I want you to be able to tell those same stories. I want you to be able to have those relationships that last forever. So if you don't have a local twins club in your area, and you should go to the local twins club if you do have one, and Jewel, if you could put the link to Multiples of America, so people, you just put in your zip code and find your local twins club if you don't know if you have one. But I love that you guys are such a big part of this community, and you are the glue that is holding us all, or am I the glue that's holding us together, or is Fred the glue, or whomever? But I throw weird hearts. I can do this. I just don't have the coordination for this. Is that good? So I throw hearts. Does that look good? Or does that look like I have arthritis? I don't actually know. But I'm trying to make a heart with my hands. But thank you so much for playing with Twiniversity. Okay, so the moral of the story is, Tanya, I would wait to sleep train the babies until you got back. Make sure that they are sleeping in the same ideal sleep conditions in a safe environment. When you travel, people are like, oh, what's the big deal? We'll put the baby in the bed. Do not put the baby in the bed. Baby Bjorn makes a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic travel crib. Julie could put up a link to that, but I would strongly recommend that you are making sure that they are sleeping in something that is JPMA certified and an absolutely extraordinary sleep situation outside. Okay, guys, guess what? We have... What? Did someone say? Prize time! Did somebody say something? I didn't hear you. Guys, anyone with me? Bueller? Prize time! Get the hint, guys. I want to see it. If you want prize time, thank you, Jenny, for picking up what I am putting down. It is our final prize of the day, and of course, it is with our friends at Love to Dream. Hold on, let me grab Fred from the floor. Fred, come here, Fred. So you are going to win the Swaddle Ups. Yes. 2 Swaddle Up Originals. This is the light, so you'll be getting something very similar to this. It doesn't have the zippers, but if you want to win 2 of the Swaddle Ups, just say Swaddle Up, and then we will pick a random winner for the Swaddle Ups that is going to win this today. This was so great. I love that you guys could join me in my home all the time, and we had such great little people on with us today besides our mamas and papas. It's great that some of our other Twiniversity influencers or fans or professionals, whatever we call them, I hate that word a lot, but I love that everybody is here and we're very supportive. It's a great little industry to be in, and of course I can't thank my Twiniversity team enough for being there and helping us out. So if you have one more minute, just say thanks to the Twiniversity team for helping us through the day. And then finally, please make sure that your babies are sleeping safely. And yes, Love to Dream is going to help to make sure that your babies are sleeping safely. So my heart to Love to Dream, that goes out to you, my little weird heart. Oh, that kind of looked good, right? That was pretty good. So my love to Love to Dream, please, please, please go over, link to them, make sure that you like their page, because just like you get updates from Twiniversity, I want you to make sure that you're getting updates from Love to Dream as much as possible, because they always add new products. Oh, where's Fred's hat? Fred has this sweet little beanie. Oh, I can't get up now because I'm kind of trapped in this little corner. But they make beanies, they make lovely, wonderful little loveys. Love to Dream makes an assorted, really great little stuff that's made of this wonderful, wonderful material that you're going to love to touch. Your babies are going to love to have it on their skin. But thank you to our friends at Love to Dream. Thanks to our friends, of course, at Twiniversity. And Heather, you rock. You rock, guys. You rock. I would not do this without you, and I always feel like it's like my Oscar award. I would like to thank the Academy for allowing me to have another baby today here. And please make sure you join our Twiniversity classes if you are expecting. Fred won't be there this month. Julie is teaching this month. It's a wonderful experience. I'm excited. So even if you've taken a Twiniversity class with me and you'd like to see what Julie is, she's definitely calmer. She's better. I don't know. I don't want to say she's better than me. I always want to say she's better than me because she's so much more organized and detailed. Julie's outstanding. But yeah, we have Twiniversity class. Julie is teaching, and then I start teaching again in September. But I am spending the summer with my twinnies, so you should all be praying for me. Okay, between the 97-pound dog that has a torn ACL and the 12-year-old twins, SOS, SOS. So please, SOS. I will see you tomorrow. Be there, be square. I probably will have some prizes. Julie and I have to discuss what we have. Love to Dream, feel free to give us some more prizes for tomorrow. We're just saying no pressure. We just like something. But yeah, we'll have more prizes tomorrow, and we have big news, and we have a special launch tomorrow. So 11 o'clock tomorrow right here on this Twiniversity Bat channel with this chick right here who loves to do live feeds and has 2 thumbs. This girl. Oh, guys, by the way, did you see my new tattoo? It's Patrick's star on my stars. Is that weird? Sometimes you just get lucky when you put 50 cents in the machine at the Chinese restaurant. All right, guys. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Happy day. And thanks again to our friends at Love to Dream. See you later, alligators.